I've just baked these delicious gluten-free low sugar cookies, and I suddenly thought it'd be really good if I could share some more gluten-free festive bakes that you could do over the festive period. Recently I wanted to bake a cake for friends that were gluten intolerant, and I couldn't remember which one was my favorite recipe, and I thought it'd be really good to have everything in one spot. So I'm going to do a video. I've got my notes here and I'm going to just pop some images above. These are all recipes that I've been baking and doing for over 5 years since I've started my YouTube channel. So the first category I've got is crackers. So I did a new recipe this week, which is a gluten-free cracker with no oil, and that's just made with seeds. The other recipe I've got is a Swedish style seed cracker, but that one's with a little bit of oil. I've got a teff flour seed cracker and a buckwheat flour seed cracker. And if you don't have buckwheat or teff in the house, you can swap those flours out for maybe sorghum flour, millet flour, or if gluten-free is not important, you could do spelt flour or a store-bought gluten-free flour. Gluten-free cakes and cookies. My favorite Christmas style cake, I've got 2 versions. I did one maybe about 4 years ago, and that was with a combination of buckwheat and ground almonds. And then I did a variation of that another year. So I've got 2 versions of that. Italian style panaforte is a really nice one to make for something a bit different. That can also be made gluten-free. A simple 4-ingredient coconut cake. It looks lovely topped with icing sugar, and you can add berries. That's a really easy, like one bowl one to whip up. Another favorite is a flourless strawberry buckwheat cake, where you bake like a cake batter and then you pop the fruit on top. And if you don't have strawberries, you can do any other kind of berry. I've also done versions with apples, whatever fruit you've got available. Flourless orange and almond cake is a classic 5-ingredient crowd pleaser, I call it. It was always popular back 20 years ago in Australia at all the cafes. That's like where you boil up the oranges and you get this really delicious moist orange cake. That's a favorite for Christmas time. I've got a gluten-free honey roll or a Swiss roll. That's a really lovely one to roll up. I've got a flourless Persian love cake. And my Persian friends don't even know what this one is, but that's got lots of texture and interest, and if you love cardamom and cinnamon and hints of rose, that's a really lovely one. And it decorates really pretty. It's got that gorgeous pink icing with chopped up pistachios and rose petals. Flourless chocolate cake, I've got a version of that. That's always been a favourite of mine from over 20 years. Got a gluten-free almond and apple cake. Italian walnut cake. And sticky date pudding. If you're somewhere where it's cold, a sticky toffee or sticky date pudding is a really delicious, warm, hearty dessert to have. And I've got a gluten-free version. And all the links will be below if I'm speaking too fast and you can't keep up with what I'm sharing. I love eating a breakfast muffin, and at Christmas time I've got 3 versions, or 4 versions you can do. I've got my buckwheat blueberry muffin. There's an easy gluten-free carrot muffin, like a carrot cake muffin. Spiced orange buckwheat muffin. And I've got a gluten-free lemon and poppy seed muffin. Cookies, I love baking cookies. I like it because they're easy to take and transport wherever you go. You can gift them as an edible gift, and they're quite quick to make. So I've just popped some of my favourite ones. I've got so many cookie recipes over at sumaryp.com, but these are a few that I've popped here for this video today. Gluten-free walnut cookies. I've got a sunflower seed cookie, a gorgeous little star cookie which is made with chocolate and almonds, my easy almond 3-ingredient cookie, and that version I've done also with sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds and sesame seeds, and I'll pop all those links below. And of course the crescent shaped Greek style almond cookie. They always look really pretty and I love giving those away as gifts. And as I said, my new recipe today, which is the new low sugar almond cookie. If you're somewhere where it's really hot. Like down in Australia, in Sydney, my mum said recently it's 41 degrees. They don't want to turn the oven on. So no bake slices or little sweet treats are perfect when it's hot. So I've got my healthy white Christmas balls, which is like a little energy ball with a bit of a Christmas feel. White Christmas slice, that was a treat I always loved making as a child. My version is with white chocolate, not Kofa like my mum used to make, and it's got rice bubbles or puffed rice. That's really delicious. And you just whip it up and pop it in the fridge. I've got a hipster style jar cheesecake. This was inspired by, I think it was an Otto Lengi recipe from one of my cookbooks. And you can layer up the different cheesecake with some berries and have like a little biscuity top. That can be made gluten-free. And I've got my no-bake chocolate fridge cake, which is really delicious too, and that can also be an edible gift. If you think I've missed any, let me know in the comments below what your favourite gluten-free dessert idea is. I know my Australian viewers might think, Sue, you've missed trifle and you've missed pavlova. I have a secret. I really don't like them. I think I had too many as a child. Like every party, there was always trifle made by my mum, or every Christmas or celebration, there was always pavlova. I find them both too sweet and there's just too much going on. So apologies to any trifle and pavlova lovers out there. Have a wonderful Christmas. I hope this has inspired you for some gluten-free ideas over the festive period. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you next year. God jul from Sweden.